Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to another episode of Hightop Sports. Today, we're going to be discussing the departure of offensive lineman Micah Mazzuca and how bad is it rating this loss here into the transfer portal. You could argue thus far that out of the 17 or 18 transfers that we had, the only two big ones, in my opinion, were Princely and Trevor Etienne. The rest of them made a ton of sense. It is what it is. It's the new world. You're not going to be able to hang on to those depth pieces. And a lot of the guys that have left, I think all of us were like, some of them were like, hey, thank goodness. Others were like, liked you, but I get it. We got a lot of talent coming in. You probably weren't going to start anyway, so it is what it is. But Princely and Trevor, we were kind of like, what the hell? And I think Mazzuca, should be in that same category. Now, although he didn't really jump off the page and was this exciting addition that we got out of the transfer portal last year from Baylor, which when he did transfer, and I was extremely excited that, hey, because our line was something very exciting to watch. And I was like, this is a great fill because we didn't recruit very effectively on the offensive line, and we didn't do very effectively this past year in regards to a lot of quantity and quality. So he was a big addition to the team. Again, not a big splash production on the field, but in a place where we are extremely limited and extremely thin, we can't afford to lose somebody like this, in my opinion. Now, something to also keep in mind, it's like, well, Billy's losing the company, losing the team, all these things. Micah Mazzuca was somebody who tried to transfer out in early March due to an injury. Not quite sure what happened, how it unfolded, but he tweeted out saying, see you later, I'm out of here, this place sucks. Not really, but he tweeted out that he would be leaving, soon deleted it, then was able to retain him, keep him locked in, got him healthy, play the entire year, obviously was a factor. Again, was he a splash? Were somebody we called out his name a lot? No, his biggest highlight of his season was the Tennessee game where he squared up with one of the Tennessee guys, and us Florida fans rejoiced and loved him forever, and he'll forever be I would say a dog in our book, and we'll always love and respect him because you fought for the orange and blue. That's something that's appreciated. And I thought because of how much love he got, hey, how could you ever want to leave? But this is what's concerning to me is, what is the reason for leaving? I think you can kind of tell based on where guys go that, okay, hey, you were pushed out or you chose to leave. Princely and Trevor, you could tell that was a choice of I'm trying to improve my game and make myself look better for the NFL. Where I'm at currently, I don't believe I'm going to get that, right? That's what that told me. Everybody else, it's more of a, hey, I want to play. And I'm not going to play here because I don't have the skill to beat the guys that are in front of me. And that's okay with me. That is what it is. That's the world we live in. So depending on where Mazzuca goes, will to tell me a little bit on, hey, was this more of a push out of like, hey, we've got some guys coming in that we feel like you're going to be fighting for, right? Richie Leonard, Najee Harris, somebody who was a freshman coming into their sophomore year. He's making some strides. We expect him to make some big moves. You're going to be losing playing time if you stay. Was that a conversation? I don't know. What I did read is that the staff was not surprised when he left, which is good to hear because usually it seems lately the staff is surprised about any which way the wind blows. Nobody knows what's happening here. So the timing of it's very strange. Why now? That part I don't know. And it could be maybe that some of these bigger time guys are waiting around to see where guys go and kind of playing the field a little bit before they enter into the portal. He's a more mature guy, I would say, in the portal because he did it last year. So again, he leaves and goes to somewhere like a Georgia or like an Alabama. It's going to be a head scratcher of like, why didn't we fight more to keep them on there? I don't think that he will. I don't think he produced enough on the football field to land at somewhere like that and be a starter. So again, is it a loss? Absolutely. Is it detrimental? No. But again, the problem is it is a position that we are very, again, thin in. We've mentioned this already. And we need all the help that we can get. So to try to sugarcoat it, it's tough. I hate to see it. Now, if we go out there in the transfer portal, which we keep going back to, if, which is getting exhausting, and pick up two more players on the guard position, then so be it, right? No big deal. We'll move on. Love it. We also don't know the talent they're getting in. Maybe they trust Fletcher Westphal a ton and say, hey, this guy's going to be the real deal. We're going to go with him. I know he's going to have some hiccups, but Mazzuca, you're going to end up losing your position anyways to this young kid because that's how good he is. Again, none of these things we know. We'll never know that if he was pushed out or if it was hey, this isn't going to work out for me. And that's why I think the school he ends up will tell us a lot. So it'll be something we definitely keep an eye on. But again, it is a tough loss, especially with the fact that we don't have any current prospects on the offensive line that are set to visit. We've got a big list coming up January 3rd, but it's all secondary. It's all Will Harris. It's a lot of all defensive players. Not much on the offensive side. I think zero on the offensive side, which most of the offense I think is pretty well put together. But I would love to see 6 offensive linemen visit to possibly land 2. And we don't have any of that yet. Now, I know a lot of people are thinking this next week here, the next few days after these bowl games come to a close, that some more guys are all of a sudden just going to flood into the portal. Could be, possibly. How much of a chance does Florida have in those things? Those are all questions I don't have the answer to at the moment. So we'll keep an eye on all of this. Again, big loss, I think, just overall because of where we stand on the offensive line. Like Mazzuca, had no ill will against him. Again, didn't flash off the paper, didn't pop off the paper, but a big piece nonetheless. Let me know in the comments, how do you guys feel about this? I think most people are going to be pretty kind of like, yeah, it does suck, but if we're able to fix it and replace it, it's no big deal. And it is an easier piece to replace than, let's say, a Princely or the level of talent that Trevor Etienne pulled. Although I feel that with the recruiting class that we've done a great job of replacing Trevor. So I want to hear from all of you guys. Let me know down below. Be sure to smash the like button and subscribe. And I'll see you boys in the next one. Peace.